Not much further now.
But we're in the middle of the Deadlands.
Keen eye, you. The blight sucked this place dry. Meaning no trees, no birds, and no magic. But it also means no neighbors.
The last place anyone would think to look.
Home sweet home.
This place. These are fallen ruins.
Well, we didn't think they'd mind. And it keeps the black from our lungs.
But how do you survive without magic?
How does anyone? Hard work and a bit of nerve. You must be starving. We grow them here, believe it or not. Suit yourself.
You're back.
Ah, Talia.
And this is the Dominant.
How cold since we found her. I was hoping you might give her a look over.
All right. Goots, get her upstairs.
But none will...
Don't fret about Karen. I've taken care of her fee.
All of it?
She's the best healer this side of the belt. You've nothing to worry about. Go on, have a look around. I'll be in my solar.
Alright, a new settlement. Hideaway. Pressing that opens a detailed map of your current area. Main scenario destinations are marked with a red thingy. Okay. I like the music in here. It does look pretty cool. There are already a lot of questions on my mind. Obviously, since I had a few days to mull over the ending of the demo and chat about it with friends and stuff, like one of the main things I'm thinking is what actually happened to the Phoenix and what does happen to the Phoenix, because obviously the Phoenix is like the representation of life and death. So with the end of the prologue, is Joshua definitely dead? Do we 100% know that Joshua is dead? I mean, I think it wouldn't be outside the realms of possibility that Joshua is actually still alive. And even if he's not, then what the hell happens to the Phoenix? Is it like, oh, my dominant is dead now, therefore the god-like presence of Phoenix gives its power to somebody else? How does that work? I have no clue. So that's one side of things I've definitely been interested in. And obviously the whole thing about, like, did Clive actually turn into Ifrit by the end of the prologue? Like, was that something that awoke within him? Or he got taken over by Ifrit and he was just along for the ride? Or he was just a bystander the entire time? It felt like to me he was involved in the battle itself. And I feel like Ifrit is kind of his thing, but definitely a lot of interesting questions related to that. I'm sure we'll get more as we go on. So let's start to chat to some people and get a feel for the settlement. Or at least hear a bit of dialogue, or not. Hey guys, I'm here. Can you see me? At least they acknowledged me, that was kind of funny. But, no. Maybe because...
Still hungry, are you? Might have something round here.
My boy. When can I pet him? Is there like a pet button? No. That's a shame. I'm sure there will be at some point. I do like the variety of accents, though. They haven't just gone for like the generic, like everyone doesn't sound like Clive, basically.
I suppose I'll be needing a new sword.
Then you'll need to speak with Blackthorn.
But yeah, there's a lot of kind of places where you should be hearing stuff, but you're not, which is a little bit odd. I mean, they're clearly speaking, but it's silent. A bit strange.
These apples are all foul. Would you rather you went without?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that we had dumb apples here.
Your brand. Lady Tyre might be able to see to that. You may have been born a slave, but you're a free man now.
Usually they've had one line.
Your brand. Lady Tyre.
That surprises me a lot of times in Final Fantasies when you speak to characters, they have multiple lines. I'm sure there are some that do. But...
Leave me be.
Not until you've had your medicine.
But I'm really liking this track, it's got a good vibe.
Cid once told me, the blight doesn't kill the land, it only makes her forget who she once was. She'll eventually remember her purpose. All she needs is a little reminding.
So that's why for now I'm not going to deliberately talk to people twice. But yeah, a lot of cutscenes to start, like more than I was expecting for a game that's like, you know, wanting to be action and fast-paced and stuff.
Floor's all mended then.
It'll hold.
They've got a lot of cutscenes. Like it'd be interesting to see how they're going to handle the kind of the pacing and the rhythm of the game, like longer term. I obviously come from a background of loving Final Fantasy X, so if there's anyone that's okay with watching a lot of cutscenes and kind of games that almost feel a bit like a movie sometimes, that's something I'm personally into. It's not for everybody, I get it. But I'm not put off by a lot of cutscenes. As long as they're high quality, and when we do play, I enjoy myself, I definitely don't have a problem with that. Okay. Right, let's not go too far here. Let's just speak to Cid and move things along. We might be able to unlock some side quests and stuff already, so we'll just see how it goes. I did see a Moogle flying around, and I think they might be the ones in charge of hunts. Hedwig!
Just working on a pet project of mine. Though she's not above biting the hand that feeds her. All right. I was hoping we might try and solve the mystery of poor Clive Rossfield. A bearer of the Sambrequois Imperial Army sent behind enemy lines. With orders to wait until it turned into a brawl, then slit the dominant's throat in the chaos.
I didn't know it was her. How could it be?
And so, to save her neck, you slit your sergeants, then set your sights on the hills. Conveniently forgetting how the Empire deals with deserters. Because with that on your chop, my friend, we both know you won't be getting far. You've fallen a long way, Lord Rossfield. I'll not have it said that I'm a poor host.
What do you mean to do with her?
Do with her? Why, nothing. Her life is her own now. If I wanted to use her, do you think I'd be talking to you? All I want to do is help. Dominants like her, branded like you. Of course, the realm doesn't approve, which is why we live in a cave. And it's also why we need help. From branded who know one end of a sword from the other. What say you, Clive? Will you join us?
Cid, was it? I trust that you'll do right by Jill. But until my brother is avenged, I must walk my own path.
Avenged?
My brother was murdered by a second dominant of fire.
The Phoenix's evil twin. Oh, bugger me. Another rumor proven true.
I only stand here today because of Joshua. 13 years I've waited for this chance. I've slept in filth, drunk from a gutter, killed more men than I can count. You're right. The Empire will not suffer a deserter. This will be my best opportunity. My last.
Which is why you should join us.
I told you I'm not
Interested, I know. One of my scouts sent word there's a group of branded fugitives north of here, in the Imperial village of Lostwing. Among them is one he believes to be a dominant of fire.
Is he certain?
What say we go and ask him?
This doesn't mean I'm joining you.
Let's make ready then. You'll find everything you need down in the main hall, as well as a few things you don't. Have fun.
Yeah, definitely likes it.
It's downstairs. Try not to get lost.
Okay, so I was already speculating about what was going on with Ifrit at the end of the prologue. Like, was it Clive? Did he get possessed? Was he just a bystander? What the hell happened? At least from Clive's perspective, he's very certain that there's a second dominant of fire, and that it was that second dominant of fire that murdered Joshua. But like I said, there's some weird things going on. He was seeing, like, his head was hurting. He was seeing these visions. There was like the hooded figure that said something to him. So I have heard like an idea / theory that Clive has a twin. I don't know. There was like the burning man that he saw. So at the moment,
Careful, you. I've spent the whole morning on these steps.
So at the moment, it's the most likely thing is that there is a second dominant of fire, and Clive was just sort of caught in the crossfire, and he was just there. But I guess it could end up being a bit of a shock revelation that it was him all along, and that he had that power within him, and it took over him, or something like that.
When lightning struck, his yoke did break, his life his own again. With thunder's roll he knew his fate, and would fight it to the end.
Spoony Bard, huh?
What do you think? I woke this morn inspired.
So there you go, Spoony Bard for my Final Fantasy IV players out there. It is definitely nice to play so much more of the series over the years. Now I get so many more references that I would have missed previously. I'm sure I'll miss a bunch more, but I definitely can pick up on a lot more things. I mean, if this came out like 2-3 years ago, Spoony Bard would have meant nothing to me. It's just a line.
And how did you like this stew?
I haven't had lungfish as sweet and tender since I was a maid.
Yeah, so it seems like these conversations that you walk past there, you don't really have to listen to them that much. They're there to add a bit of kind of context and flavor to the world, but they don't seem that important.
If you can read, don't let Otto know. We'll put you to work on the ledgers too.
Right, visit the main hall. So far, at least, there isn't any sign of a side quest option. It's still very early days. I would have assumed not, anyway.
He's in... Oh no.
Goats, was it? Perhaps you can help. Sid asked me to make ready for our mission. How does one go about that here?
There's old Nan's place. On second thoughts, you maybe want to see Blackthorn first.
A blacksmith? To the forge it is, then.
Oh wait, no, hold up. You'll be needing this. Blackthorn won't take no notice of you otherwise. Might not anyway.
I have to say, the music is giving me a bit of Nier vibes. I have to say, Nier Replicant. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of one of those. Tall girl. Why don't just pet him? Gotta be a prompt, come on.
Fancy a mug of Kenneth's coldest when we're done?
Alright, let's speak to my guy here.
Are you Blackthorn?
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Sid to Lostwing, and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to our holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so? Do you want that or not? I can take it back.
Oh, damn you, Goots. All right. No need to be hasty. Let's have a look at you. I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kitted out properly. I'll do what I can, as a favor to Goot's mind.
Heaven forbid you actually help me. Forging, the crafting of new gear as well as the upgrading of existing gear can be done at a blacksmith as long as you have the recipe and the proper materials. Select a highlighted item from the list and hold. Alright. Sure. Yes.
And the belt sees a square. You want anything else, you bring your own materials.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
A word of advice. Don't let Sid decide what's best for you.
When something has changed in the Hideaway, a notice will appear in the upper right hand corner of the screen. In addition to stock updates for Karen's Toll and new forging recipes for the Black Hammer, there are also notes for new quests, new missives, and many other things. An icon will appear in-game as well as local map to indicate recent updates. Okay, that's fair.
I suppose I should thank Goots.
A new crafting recipe is available at the Black Hammer. Okay, let's take a look.
Make it quick.
Use the forge, ask about Blackthorn.
But I ain't the cook, am I?
Why is he not continuing? Though if you've tasted Kenneth Brown, I might as well be.
Look.
Yeah, there's been a few little weird things with dialogue. I've not heard of this issue yet. I don't know many people that's already started the game at this point, but there's a few times I walked past NPCs that looked like they should be talking, but they weren't, so I don't know. Look, Sid needs a smith, and I need a smithy. Call it a marriage of convenience. Doesn't hurt that the forge here is the hottest this side of hell, or that it works without magic. I won't have no bearer suffering for me.
You got anything needs repairing?
Or retooling, you bring it here, along with your own materials. Any scraps left over, I keep. Okay.
So, what'll it be?
Broadsword. Ah, I'm 3 short. That's annoying. But I can make this. So frozen tier, Y right, okay, I can upgrade this one again. Reinforced. There's reinforced as well, actually. So I can make this. Let me just make this to start.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
And then I can do this, right?
You can thank me later.
Okay, I think that's all I can do for now.
That it? Fine.
Yeah, shame we couldn't get a weapon upgrade, but fair enough.
Seeing as you're new, let me share a word of warning. Keep your hands out of the stores, or I'll cut them off and crate them with the others. I'm only teasing. We feed the hands to the dogs.
Okay. I will bear that in mind.
What are you gawping at, newcomer? Never seen a man work with his hands?
Well, you best get used to it if you're thinking of staying.
Wow, it sounds like he's like 75, but it doesn't look it. Okay. Local map. So at least we get maps in these local areas, which is nice. This is, again, a bit more kind of Final Fantasy 12, maybe. Reminiscent of that. There's no more of these, like, dot things. I think we can just see Cid and be on our way. Sorry, Goots. But I will save first, quickly. Gotta remember to keep saving regularly.
The gift worked. You have my thanks.
Come on, nearly there. You, blankets, quick as you like. All right, we make them comfortable while the bed's made up. Well, you're just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water!
I'll get the bucket! You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Wait, me? What the hell have I got myself into? Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, he won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Was Ty the one looking after Jill?
Yeah, I was gonna say, surely we need to be checking up on Jill before we leave.
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
Damn it.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Another fine day at the Hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything, you ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
Oh, and thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
He barely did anything. He like called someone. That was pretty much it. Side quests unlocked. There we go. Okay. So we do get to start them now. Keep an eye out for the green icon above the heads of certain NPCs. These indicate they have a quest to offer. A list of current and completed quests can be viewed on the journal tab. Sure. To-do list. After accepting quest objectives will appear in the to-do list on the right side of the screen. Objectives for the main scenario and up to 3 side quests can be displayed simultaneously. Cool. Any quest can be prioritized on the journal tab in the main menu by highlighting it and press X. Objectives for prioritized quests will remain displayed in the to-do list until the quest is completed. Okay. Hideaway features. The following Hideaway facilities are now available. The ever-growing companion of all things Valisthea. And a personal jukebox for songs collected through the game. Okay. Both are located in the Hideaway's eatery, the Fat Chocobo, and can be found on the local map. Okay, sure. I like the compendium.
Who are these people?
It's always nice to have that stuff. I'm going to have a quick look at this compendium and trigger off some side quests. How many do we have here? We've got 2 to be triggering off. Okay. So let's check a few of these out. I mean, it's the kind of playthrough where I think we've waited so long for a mainline Final Fantasy. Like, if you take the 7 remake out of it, it's been 7 years. So I'm going to
go and help?
I'm going to really try and enjoy this to the max.
As always.
And that means trying to do everything I can.
I haven't noticed you stealing sips from that pot.
Let's hope the NPC dialogue works here.
Ah, a new face. And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The Fat Chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or 2 to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
Prioritize this super important first quest. So they're starting you off nice and easy.
How long has it been?
No epic hunts yet, but I guess this is a way for him to kind of introduce himself a bit more to the settlement.
The Ironblood were quick to sound the retreat once Titan turned up.
Fat lot of good that Eikon of theirs did them.
When he's not out chasing rumours, sits up there in that hole of his, brooding and scheming.
Lay off the man. Got plenty to brood about.
Yeah.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. You left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the Hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that.
Good guy, Sid.
With old August before scampering back to his solar, but no.
Lonely old August.
Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect, the old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad, and keep up the good work.
I will say, I've been so spoiled in recent times with like the absolute peak like AAA quality games. So I'm talking about like Horizon Forbidden West and like God of War Ragnarok and stuff. I feel like the facial animations and stuff, they're not quite up to par compared to those games, like the absolute best of the best. Like the models look really good, and all that kind of stuff. Like the detail is there, but I feel like when they're talking, they do seem slightly stiff. Like the NPCs, it's not really for Clive, but the NPC animation work is good, but it's not like absolute top tier so far, based on what I'm seeing anyway. even that kind of stuff's a bit subjective. Some people don't notice it at all, and some people like nitpick the shit out of that stuff. I'm much more kind of neutral about it. It's not that big a deal, but it does seem a little bit noticeable, mostly because I've played those kind of games in recent times that have done it very well. Well, especially God of War Ragnarok is like really up there.
Well, well. There's so much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
Of course. Thank you.
That's the last one. I'd better let Kenneth know.
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All three of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed. Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves. Speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the Hideaway, we are free. Truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire. More than reason enough to trust in Sid's vision, wouldn't you say? Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
Alright, there we go. First quest complete. Definitely one of those where they're trying to get you to immerse yourself a bit more with the environment. There you go. I only needed 3 more of those for an upgrade, right? That's good. And then we've got the strongbox. Treasure coffers. Countless treasure coffers lie across the realm just waiting to be plundered. If you find one, don't hesitate to kick it open. Go on, no one's looking. Ah. So that's a piece of gear, surely. Okay, so yeah, we have access to these. I still haven't used them yet. But like I say, if I am truly kind of struggling on something that's getting annoying, then I don't have a problem with using these on a first run especially. They've made them so available that they just, I really feel like they just don't want you to get bogged down in the gameplay, especially on a first run. Like if you really want to be a master of this game and take it to super high levels, then yeah, like eventually you're not going to use these and you're really going to get in deep and learn the game brilliantly. But I think especially for your first time through the story, I don't think they want people getting too annoyed and too bogged down with the gameplay. Just keep things flowing. And so they're giving you these, and they're not really penalizing you for it. They're not trying to imply that it's like a super easy mode. It's not a difficulty change really. So I do like the way that they've tackled this, especially for a much more action-based game. For a lot of Final Fantasy fans that won't be specifically into that kind of thing. So increases defense by 10. I'll take that. So I've already got some good defensive increases, but my weapon hasn't been upgraded yet. I just want to see if... I think I was missing like 3 Wyrites, but I might have used the other item already. So let me just check if the upgrade is available.